swapping out screen time for reading. So that's what I'm gonna do today. There was like a thud at the door and I was like, what? Oh, what? No way. Okay, hello friends. It is currently Wednesday. I have work to do. One great thing, good and bad thing, is I make my own schedule. So that means I can be working till the wee hours of the evening, or I can get up and be really productive. Today is not one of those days I got up and was productive. Instead, I scrolled and scrolled and scrolled and scrolled. I doomsday scrolled down on my phone. And it is now the time of 11:33. Now, did I already have several phone call meetings with clients? Yes. So technically, am I getting my day started at 11:30? No. Am I officially now getting my day started though? Yes. Is that very concerning? Yes. So today I saw, who did I saw? I'm gonna pop her up right here. Love her videos. It was so fun. She said that she's swapping out her screen time for reading. So that's what I'm gonna do today because there's so many books I wanna get through. Like, I don't even have enough time to read all of these books because they are just so good. And I might be biting myself in the butt in the beginning of January because there's so many books like I just wanna read at the start of January and February because I'm like, they are so good, but I also don't want to like sometimes I wanna spread them out. I am currently reading my little devotional that I've been reading. I'm technically reading 3 separate books at the moment as my little devotional, and it's You're Gonna Make It by Lisa Turkish. So that's what I've been doing in the morning devotionals. I'm in Acts and Psalms in my Bible, so I've been reading Acts and Psalms plus doing that devotional. So that has been fantastic. And when I say I'm reading Acts and Psalms, I'm literally going through all the Psalms one by one by one by one, and then I'm going through Acts like chronologically. So I'm doing that alongside the devotional because sometimes I love the devotionals because it almost gives like a little snippet of like community, like a Christian community and how other people are thinking, but I love to constantly bring it back to God's word in context instead of little snippets just from the devotionals. But then my 2 books that I'm reading right now. Now 1, Onyx Storm has came out. Am I still struggling to get through Iron Flame? Yes. 100% yes for some reason. I've literally read another book in the middle of this book. Like, I'm literally, for some reason, instead of finishing Iron Flame, it's like I'll stop and then I'll pick up another book, I'll read it and finish it, and then I'll start back up with Iron Flame. Actually, the other edition might be coming here today. I pre-ordered it from Target, and then Target was like, and it's literally almost February 1st. So I think I might be getting that today though, fingers crossed. That would be really exciting to put in here because it has like the cool sprayed edges. It's not like the actual like Target cool edition that they had that like caused all the chaos. Like I saw so much chaos, so many people freaking out, and I was just happy that I wasn't like so looking forward to the release that I was like waiting for that day. Like I'm still finishing Iron Flame, so I'm kind of behind the race on it. Unlike there's another book coming out soon, Rebel Witch, which is the secondary of Heartless Hunter. I literally just found Heartless Hunter in January and I was already like, I need the second book. Like I need it. It's not like a request, it's not any of that. That's one book I would have been heartbroken if I didn't get it on the launch day. But Onyx Storm, I was kind of like, oh yeah, I'll get to it. I'll read it as soon as it comes in. So to be determined on that. My goal is to definitely finish Iron Flame before the end of January, which January is up in 2 days. I'm at 77% through, so I need to get in the process. And then why I'm finishing this though, because I know I'm gonna want to read another book also while I'm reading Onyx Storm, because I'm just that crazy. Like I need multiple books to keep my attention span instead of just one book. My brain can like multitask in multiple different worlds. I love it. So I've been seeing a lot about what the river knows. Like I've seen so much about this. It's on Kindle Unlimited and I'm like, is this the time I pick it up? Debating on starting that book today or okay, let me just bring out some of the books that I'm really wanting to get through like the beginning of the year. So I'm like, do I start What the River Knows? Why I have it on Kindle Unlimited? Or do I read Ruthless Vow? Because I read Divine Rivals, but I heard so many different like thoughts on Ruthless Vow that I was kind of like, do I start Ruthless Vow or do I not? Because a lot of people love Divine Rivals and they were like, I just hated Ruthless Vow. And I was like, will their love end the war or break the world? How do people not like this book? Like, I'm so worried because I love Divine Rivals so much. So I started the Cruel Prince series. I hated the first book. I hated it. I did not like it. It was like pulling teeth for me. I think it was because it was so overly hyped on TikTok. I was like expecting so much more, and then when I read it, I was like, I'm not really a big fan of this. But then I started listening to other YouTubers and they were like, I love this series, you have to get to this one. Like, you have to get to this one. This one doesn't do this one justice, and the rest of the series is so good. And it's down in history as like one of their favorite series. And I'm like, is this gonna be the series that I didn't like this book, and then I liked this one, and then from the rest of the time, and then I'm gonna grow to appreciate the first book? You know what I mean? So I did buy The Wicked King. Another one. So we have Powerless and then we have Reckless. I have read Powerless. I waited for Reckless, and then because I was in the middle of all these other books when Reckless came out, I just didn't get around to reading it. And now her other book, Fearless, is coming out, and I still need to read Powerful too. So I'm like, do I pick up Reckless again? Because I truly did love Powerless. Reckless is kind of like a more easy read because it's just kind of like a love story. It's a love story. There's other things happening. The way that she writes this is just so easy. I feel like anyone, if you were getting into books, could read this book and be like, oh, I understand every aspect of it. Say less. Unlike the Cruel Prince trilogies, like, you got to really pay attention to everything going on because there's politics, there's so much happening in these. You know what I'm gonna do? This is literally what I'm gonna do. Rebel Witch comes out. I'm gonna be so sad when I read Rebel Witch and finish it. Like, I'm gonna wanna hop back into a book similar to it that I love. Reckless is similar to it, I love. And then also the next book will be coming out shortly after that in April. So, okay, I think I've decided I'm gonna start listening to this on audiobook, and then we're gonna see what we think, and we're gonna start getting our day started because I do need to do some work, but I just love to read now. Like, it's literally an addiction now. It's not even something where it's like, oh, I can control it, It's turning as bad as my coffee addiction. Like, I go to sleep thinking about what new book and what new world I can go into. My husband would always say that he would want to turn me into a nerd. He was like, I want to turn you into a nerd. I want to turn you into a nerd. And then I was like, no, because he's like, I love him. He's the biggest nerd. Marry a nerdy boy. They're fantastic. Here we are. I'm literally like obsessed just knowing that I'm getting like a sprayed edge version of Onyx Storm. I love it.
Presents What the River Knows.
Can we just talk about the cool music that they have on the back of this audiobook? There was like a thud at the door and I was like, what? I think this is Onyx Storm. It does look like somebody like tried opening it up though. Oh. Wait a second. Just get a close-up of this. Like, what? Look how pretty. I will not die today. I will save him. Again, do you see how beautiful this book is? Okay, is this our sign? Is this our sign not to get into another book and to actually finish Iron Flame? So it is officially 4:33. Where has the time went today? Wild. Earlier today, we started on chapter 53 of Iron Flame. We are on chapter 63 of Iron Flame right now. I think I started reading this at like 1 something. Reading time's slow, but what I have been working on, I have been doing some Kindle reading and then some audiobook. And there's been a room in our house that has not been touched since Christmas time. And we have just been kind of like pushing stuff in here, including like giveaway things we need to give to other people that we have borrowed. We keep getting mail from people that aren't us, and we've been like waiting to return it. Oh my goodness. This is the room this room is a hot mess.
This we made for Violet during Christmas time. She has been chilling in it most of the afternoon. I have Depop stuff. All of these here is going on Depop. I will be selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace. There's so much stuff to go through. Those are giveaway. Some of this I'm trying to figure out if I make this into like a little book area and maybe I paint it and then I like pile up books on both sides, or if I sell it on Facebook Marketplace. This is my husband's, and then there's some stuff that we have to return to people because it got shipped to the wrong address. This is a projector that I'm so excited to start using. I'm gonna turn this area into a Depop shipping area so that I can crank those out in a day. So I'm gonna literally set it up to package. We have our Christmas tree there that I still need to put somewhere else. A computer that no longer works, I need to give that. Christmas gifts that never got delivered to people, books, and this whole atrocity is a section of our couch that doesn't fit in our living room. And then this is actually a pull-out mattress for people. I wanna kind of create this into a space that can be a reading area, dash a Depop staging area, dash like getting stuff ready. We are gonna be moving sometime before July this year. So we're kind of slowly getting the house in preparation. And I feel like a lot of that is also going through some of our crap. Like, how do we get this much stuff that we don't need? And it just, I don't know, it baffles me. I don't know, it just baffles me because I know there's some people around the world that aren't this lucky to even have stuff to like pile through and like give away and stuff like that. And then here we are taking things for granted. So I want to be able to like donate a good amount of this stuff and then also just really work on being more cautious about things I buy versus things I don't buy. Because I'm realizing there's been so many things that like is just unnecessary. So we're very much moving forward, being mindful about what we're spending and not taking it for granted either that we have the option to buy things. I think a lot of my budget this next year is probably gonna go to books, not gonna lie. And that will leave me the inability to pay for all this extra knickknacks, or like we'll get random gifts that we won't use. But then again, it's like one of those things where it's like you're taking this for granted. Some people would love and adore this and you're taking it for granted. So it's like a catch-22, but we're slowly doing the stuff in here. And yeah, let's get this stuff figured out though. I'm gonna do a time lapse of the process and I'm gonna continue listening to the rest of Iron Flame, and then I want to definitely read the last chapter on Kindle, so we're gonna do that. No way this just ended how it did. What? If the next book ends any way how this book ends, I'm literally gonna be shattered. I just feel like the next one, like the setup for this, is so intriguing for the next book. But I'm gonna have to recover from this. It is officially end of the day. I'm sitting in the room that I cleaned up earlier today. It is 10 o'clock. So today we finished Iron Flame. We debated on what books to start next. We received Onyx Storm in the mail. And now I'm like, do I get started Onyx Storm? Or do I finish Ruthless Vow? Like, which one do I do? My energy level is starting to dip. I've been sick actually all day today. Yeah, so I'm actually quite impressed that me being sick, I completely redid this room. I worked plus I finished an entire book. So 10 out of 10. Okay, Ruthless Vow is on Kindle too. I'm kind of leaning towards Ruthless Vow for some reason. Yeah, and then after this, I completely fell asleep, literally face down into my book. So yeah, it's a week later and so much has happened, and I got Rebel Witch early. It is currently February 6th, and I have already like a sneak peek. What? I'm literally already more than halfway through, and I got it yesterday. So that vlog is coming soon. It is currently in the process, and then I'm also going to make an ambiance for everyone to read it because I love putting ambiance from YouTube's on in the background as I read, like with instrumental music that goes specifically to the book I'm reading, and it has like a scenery. So if you didn't know, I have one for Court of Thorns and Roses, but there's so many more books I want to do that for. So the next book I'm going to do is Rebel Witch. I'm gonna set up that will be out before the launch date is out, and then also the vlog of me reading it. I'm either gonna push it out on release day or the day before release day, so let me know which one I should do, and know that you are loved, you're seen, and your life has so much value. Thank you for being here. If you want to stay around for more, subscribe. Okay.